Hi everyone, Shubham here, founder of Greta. I think one of the things that I wanted to talk about in this video was what is Greta responsible for and what is something that you can ask Greta to do, right? So Greta is responsible to create a front-end code and maybe a back-end code as well to be able to integrate with the database, in this case, Superbase, right? But let's say you want to add new functionality to it. You want it to be able to scrape from the internet, or you want it to be able to maybe understand a video and get its transcript, or maybe you want something which is outside this, or being able to read PDF or summarize it, or something which OpenAI can do. Greta can just create the code, right? It cannot do all these things for you, but if you find a third-party library which you can give details to Greta, then it will be able to do it. Let me give you a very simple example. So let's say you are creating a restaurant app, a McDonald's app, where the goal is that people can come in and order burgers. Every time a person comes in and orders burgers, so Greta can create a burger ordering app for you. But Greta cannot create a burger for you, right? The chef has to maintain it, and chef has to be like, oh, here is the burger, deliver it to the customer, and then put in then order delivered. So a lot of third-party things like being able to scrape from the internet, being able to read a YouTube video, being able to summarize something, a lot of this is third-party stuff, which is similar to creating a burger. Greta can't do it, right? But if you find a third-party library and give Greta information of how these things need to be done, it can write that code and do that integration for you. In this case, we'll quickly go through web scraping, and you can just Google web scraping and get like web scraping APIs. There's a lot of different scraping bee and a lot of those information that you'll find. In our case, I'll try using Exa, and I'll just say that it basically helps web search anything. I'll go here, I'll create an account, and let's say I want to test it out, that if I enter any website URL, it gives me all the details about that website. Let's say that's what I'm trying to build. And maybe I want to send this to whosoever I want to. And this is, you can run this, you put a URL in this crawling, and it gives you like an output or whatever. And this is the code. I take the curl request, and I'm like, I copy this and I tell this to Greta that every time a user enters company name, fetch the details from Exa API, and I will give you the code below, and show me the details of that company in a pop-up. And then I paste what I copied from there, and I know it says IDs tesla.com. Here I can just say use the exact API as this curl request. I just want to make sure that it is not being over smart and trying to use something that I have not asked it to use. So I just said use the exact API. And then you don't have to make this change, entered website. You really don't have to make this change, but I'll just make it so that I give more context to this. And now it will go in and it'll start doing something for me, and let's see what it does. I also have no idea, but let's wait for it for a second and see what it does, how it integrates Exa APIs. But this is how you get the curl request or the right set of API. And if you'll see, the API had the API key within it, and you just add it here. Make sure that whenever you're copying your API key, you're never sharing it in a public repo in GitHub. You're never sharing your screen, never share your API keys ever. Okay, so it has wrote a bunch of code, and then in a second we'll see how it looks. Let's say if you want people to be able to take the result from Exa API, and then let's say you want to pass it to OpenAI to beautify it or to summarize it, you can do that by giving Greta, the OpenAI key. Make sure again, none of this information should be public. Your repository should be private. Everything should be private. So I'll redeploy, and it should take a few seconds. And I'll go to this URL. If I try to copy netflix.com, right? So if you see, it goes in, it fetches it from Exa and then shows it here. And you can click on this and it will visit at the right page as well where it is fetching it from. So Greta is able to create a lot of this. And let's see if I get Tesla. It is able to go in, get more details about Tesla because we have given it the right set of power. In this case, what we have given Greta is that, hey, I can tell you how you can, given a URL, how you can fetch details using Exa. That means that we have told Greta a way how you can make burger essentially, right? So any third-party stuff which is not related to writing code or whatever, you have to give the right set of library basically. Thank you. Hopefully that was helpful.